Three, two, one, clap with me, okay? Three,
Okay.
two, live. Okay.
Oh.
Thank you for coming to my podcast. So Jessie is a long-term time friend of mine that I'll describe as the perfect juggler of being a nerd and being a social butterfly. And so to reflect such a character, we're going to do a special podcast today. And we're going to be answering all your relationship advice questions. And we have a special rule. Jessie, can you tell the audience what our rule is?
As soon as the other person asks a question that we don't want to answer on air, shot. Or I guess in our case, sip of whatever we're drinking.
Yeah, I guess so. Alright, I'm pouring.
Ew.
Okay. Alright. Ready to get started? Okay, so
Lead the way.
so first question, pretty easy. So rank family, friends, romantic, and professional.
Oh, you're doing this!
Yeah, which is a quick fire, bro.
You're doing a public truth or truth? This is not what I expected. I thought it was going to be like, what are your thoughts on friendships?
Yeah, we'll go to that.
Why would you start with the more embarrassing things first?
Because are we supposed to make the other person drink?
I don't have much family friends.
Not family friends, like
girls.
no, like rank the importance of like there are like 4 different categories, you know? Like
Oh, I thought you meant rank people.
no,
Okay, explain.
Like do you think friends are more important than like romantic interests? Or do you think
okay.
Yeah. So the 4 categories are family, friends, friendships, like platonic friendships, non-platonic romantic interests, or like that kind of relationship, and professional relationships, like network, as the home bros say it these days.
Okay, all right, BBA. Okay, that's easy. It's family, and then friends, romantic relationships, and then professional. The reason being,
so the way I told you
now, right now, because we're like young as hell, romantic relationships, at least the way that they go for most people, I guess there's an exception if you're like in it for the long haul, 4 years in, and like you're about to get married, but typically it's not like that. So because of that, I think friends, I feel, are guaranteed to last longer.
Yeah.
And so that's why the order is that way. But then if there was a relationship that you saw going like, for the long haul, then they would be up on the category of like family because, potentially marriage. But I don't think like that right now.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Fair.
Yeah. Do you have to answer all your questions too?
No. You.
Why not? Because then when are you going to drink?
When you ask me, right? That makes sense.
Oh, okay, but I didn't prep anything.
Okay, I mean, you can just freestyle. Okay. I mean, I can answer the question too. It's the same thing. Yeah. For like the same reasons you said, basically. Yeah. All right. Have you ever been in a toxic relationship?
Yo, you suck.
Hey, I thought the point of the stream is to make you drink.
Yeah, whatever. I just need a couple more drinks. I mean,
you're cutting out.
unfortunately, a majority.
Sorry, go again. Yeah.
What about now?
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. So there's been 3 relationships, and it's been a 66.66% toxicity level. So, yeah. Hence why I'm thinking, but the bright side is it was toxic, non-toxic. So there's an upward trend. It only gets better from here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow,
you answer that.
Me?
Yeah.
No. I want to say anything toxic. Okay, what's toxic? Sure, let's go down that route. What does toxic mean? Yo, why you give me that look? Why you give me that look? The answer is no.
Because I didn't know like lying was on this podcast. I didn't know lying was.
Yo. Hey. So, what do you mean by toxic?
Like emotionally unhealthy.
Emotionally unhealthy. But that can...
Like, what?
Like, that can mean anything. What does unhealthy mean?
Like the relationship brings more negative emotion and feeling than it brings lasting positivity.
Okay, yeah, dude, I have never been in a toxic relationship. I'm not lying.
Okay.
Like,
I'll take it.
okay. And also, like, all of them have been pretty short, like, compared to you, right? So it might have, like, got to that point, but before it got there, you know?
On another note, you look like a K-pop boy wearing makeup because your skin is so pale
I am
and
not
your
wearing
lips
any
are red.
makeup. I'm not doing anything.
Did you dress up and do your makeup for this podcast?
Okay, for our audience, so before we started this podcast, only one of us didn't realize that there was going to be a video version.
Who sets a video podcast on Sunday night at 10 p.m. without telling me it's gonna be a video? I
thought
hate
it
you.
was, dude. I thought, dude,
I want you to e-transfer me for the skincare that I wasted.
Because I thought you actually watched my podcast and the podcast.
I listened to it, but I didn't see a video. I listened to the Jasmine one.
Dude, I linked you the YouTube when I first showed you.
Oh, I looked at it on Spotify.
Yeah, I linked
no, I
you
just
both.
listened to the Spotify one.
Okay, clearly, because there's a YouTube version too, and I linked you it, but you only clicked the Spotify one, but whatever, it's okay. Yeah. We get it, fake fan.
I listened. I'm loyal.
Yeah? Did you actually? What'd you think?
Makeup.
Yeah?
It was cute.
Was that the only one you listened to?
There's the Elon Musk one. They're all long though.
True. Yeah, that is true. Okay. So, following up to that question is how okay, so first question is how do you deal with toxic relationships? Is the path to, like either run away or is it to try to solve it? When do you do either? Hello? Can you hear me?
You're lagging.
Yeah, it's a little laggy. Okay, so the question was, in toxic relationships, right? Can you hear me? It's still lagging out, right? Hello? Jessie, are you there? Please come back. Twitch. Uh-oh. Big yikes. Alright, guys. Guess I have to carry the stream. Okay. Yes. Wait. Actually, no. Okay, hey guys, what's up? How are y'all doing? Wow, drinking on a Sunday night. Hey, it's not my fault. We were gonna do it yesterday, but she was like, my brother's birthday, I can't. And I was like, okay. Who's XQC? Who are these people? Hello? Is anyone out there? Hello?
My bad.
Alright, well, welcome back. No worries.
Hold on, let me
Alright.
start recording again.
No, dude, why did you pause? Okay.
Let's just clap again. I mean,
No,
ideally it's just gonna work on your end.
No. It's just, yeah, it's more work on my end, bro. Now I have to have multiple audio versions and I have to sync all of them.
Boo-hoo. Okay, I'm starting again.
Okay.
Okay, we're good.
Alright.
Should be stable now.
Sure. Okay. So, have you ever been in a toxic not that was the first question,
We did
right?
that already.
Yes, and the follow-up is, so based on your experience, when do you peace later and when do you stick around and try to fix the problem?
In a toxic relationship,
Yes.
you always leave. Or
You always leave?
I always leave. Yeah? Why not?
You never stick around trying to fix it?
It's their problem to fix it, not mine. I have a very low bullshit tolerance.
True, fair. But in general, like if
Like
you,
a friendship too?
yeah, like it, and not just yourself, but like let's say like I'm Jimmy, you know, and I'm in a slightly toxic relationship that I have some, you know, like I'm kind of attached to, you know, I don't really want to just peace later, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. So how do you gauge from like a completely neutral standpoint, you know, as like a regular person that has regular tolerance of bullshit and regular independence, you know?
So not me. Okay. I guess it's like you try first to communicate with them, but whatever the problem is. I think that's the hallmark of a toxic relationship though. It's if like nothing works. If you can talk it out, you can like have a good open conversation and then it blows up or like they get defensive or they apologize profusely and say they'll never do it again and then they just do it again like right away. I think it's like toxicity isn't a one-time thing, it's a pattern. And so that's why I say like you just get out, because for me it's only toxic when it's already reached that point that you've already tried.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Jimmy can
that makes
try
sense.
to talk it out and then
Yeah.
Jimmy can did.
True. Fair. All right. Next few questions I think are really interesting because because I realized that all my audience are
Your audience.
what?
Who's your audience?
Dude, my
Do you have
audience.
like stats on them?
Yeah, my audience like are basically just my loser friends. And hey, I'll be honest, all my loser friends don't have boyfriends or girlfriends. So, you know, they need some relationship advice. And so,
why do they need relationship advice if there's
as
no
some,
relationship?
huh?
Why do you need relationship advice for no relationship?
No, I'm saying.
Oh, like how to get a girl?
Exactly.
We can talk about that too.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Okay. So,
Oh, okay.
So hey boys, listen up, okay? All right. So Jessie.
Yeah.
As someone that has boys lining up, you know,
Shut up.
how does a guy, you know, upgrade himself into a suitable bachelor?
I think, okay, honestly, I think it depends what you're going for. Because, like, there's levels to it in modern romance, which I hate. It's like, there's the people who want a relationship. So the approach is different there. There's the people who want, like, a fucking chuck. It's just like a one-night stand situation. There's people who want, like, a no strings attached in between, casual, let's not put a label on this and have fun type of situation. You know, so like what's the goal?
Yeah, okay, we can talk about all of them. So actually no, we can't. Okay. Even though all my homies are you know, kind of nerds.
Wholesome boys.
Yeah, they're wholesome boys, so you know, I'm sure they all want wholesome relationships.
So we're looking for a wifey.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. But honestly, it sounds cheesy, but just like being yourself. I mean, like if you're looking for an actual relationship, then there's no point in doing anything to like attract people or hype yourself up, because at the end of the day, they're with you. Do you know what I mean? So they have to like you. So like if they're nerdy, then well, meet somebody who likes nerdy people. Like I like dorks.
Okay, but
So I think it's
what if? Okay, so personality, I agree with you, but what about some other like just like habits, you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that? Personality, but you're talking about looks?
No, dude, you can't change looks, okay? Like, and it's okay. All you guys listening, you guys are all gorgeous. Don't worry about it. That's not your problem. Okay. No, I just mean like, I think that just be you advice is both like a good advice, but also like not really good advice at the same time. You know what I mean? Because it's definitely
Okay,
true.
explain.
Like I definitely agree. Like you should be yourself, right? But like there are very tangible things you can improve on. You know what I mean?
Confidence.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's one. Because you can't be yourself if you're too shy. Like my brother has a friend who shall not be named, who I think is adorable, like as a friend, but he can't talk to girls. Like he just cannot talk to a female human being. So he'll just completely shut down and just clam up and like eyes to the floor, cannot speak. So that's obviously a problem, because if you can't say a single word to a female human, you will never be able to, start something with a female human. So I guess confidence. I guess you're right. Like you have to have a certain level of that before you can be comfortable enough to like, show your personality.
Mm-hmm. And how do you propose you gain this confidence?
My advice is shit. Literally, it's like be more comfortable with being yourself. Like I realized I used to be super, super insecure, and like sometimes I still can be, but especially when I was like a preteen, I was deadly insecure and I didn't want to talk because I thought people would look at me weird or anything like that. But then you realize as you live that everybody's fucking weird. And so there's not really any standard formula for a human being. So for me, that was comforting. I think it's just like getting out of your own head and stop thinking that everybody cares so much about you, because they don't. Everyone's just doing their own thing, being their own little weirdo. So that helped me. I don't know if it'll help others.
Okay. Sounds good. So, what if they're stuck in the friend zone? How do you propose a guy get out of the friend zone, Jessie? It's the age-old question for all 15 to 25-year-old males.
That's a good one. And also, like, I have conflicted feelings about that, because for me, typically the way it goes is like there's baseline stranger, and then there's friend zone, and then there's dating. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like it's not like friend zone is off in a isolated corner here, and there's no route back from there. It's like a level.
Yeah.
So, I always see it as not a bad thing, but I know, I'm not a guy, and guys tend to hate the word friend zone or like being in it or whatever. You know what I always thought, though, maybe this is controversial, but like if you really like a person for the sake of them, is it really that horrifying to be their friend? You know what I mean? Like I always found it weird when guys are in the friend zone, or so they call it, and they like really like somebody, but they're just like in constant agony and would rather cut it off. Cause like, I don't know. I guess like if you're really in love with them, then it's painful and you don't want to be
I can tell you what it is.
What?
Okay, so the guys that are talking about friend zone is that they are insecure about some part of themselves, and then being in the friend zone is just justification for that insecurity. It's actually really, really prevalent for like, I don't know, actually like every single type of guy. But basically, like, let's say a guy is like good looking or something, right? But he thinks that he's a little dumb, you know?
Okay.
And then, so being the friend zone means that the girl sees him as good enough as a friend, but he lacks enough to be a boyfriend. And so it's not
I
as
see.
much as that they're in agony that they're not in a relationship. They're in agony because they are insecure about something about
That
themselves.
actually makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
You know, another thing that I think, like another reason why I always think like the friend zone isn't a bad thing, and obviously I'm coming from like just my own perspective, and I know that I'm kind of weird, but for me, like I told you at the start of this call, my tier is family, friends, romance. So for me, if I have a friend, they're on a higher tier, at least, you know, until I'm married. So the way I see friends is like this person is lasting, and like I'm quite sure of that.
Mhm.
And then relationships, it's like I have no clue.
Yeah.
So that's why also I'm like, why are you so upset about being in for me a
you
better
want to
position in my
downgrade?
life?
Like, come on, bro. You're already a friend. You
Literally.
Want
I'm like, okay, so date for a couple of months and then something goes wrong and then you're out of my life forever, which is worse for me. So like people who I really value, I would rather, you know, I would rather have a more secure, you know.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. And
But
also,
again, I'm weird.
true, fair, you are. So for the audience, just some advice from me, although unsolicited. Just saying, if you want to get out if you want to get out of the friend zone, never mention the friend zone. Dude, that is like the
That's
like
a good tip actually.
dude, it's like the dude. If you ever mention the friend zone, you're stuck in the friend zone. Like you're not getting out. Like don't ever be like don't ever complain about being in the friend zone. Like to that person, you know what I mean? Because that's like that's game over if you do that. It's game over. Anyways, okay. Um. Yeah. Dude, what was my next question? I need to check my notes. Give me 1 second. Um.
I want to make you drink. What's the most embarrassing
Uh-huh.
thing you've ever done in a relationship? I want to ask you questions you're unwilling to answer.
Most embarrassing thing I've done in a relationship. I can't think of anything.
That's a lie.
Is it?
No,
Can
I
you?
can't think of anything. Just
Yeah. I don't think I've done anything that embarrassing. I've done embarrassing things in pursuit of a relationship, but never like in a relationship.
okay, so that.
I'll drink.
Yes.
Okay.
Ew, I can't believe you take scotch straight. It's not even
What's
on
wrong with
ice.
that?
You're nasty.
Anyways, dude. Okay. So, what's your opinion on the importance of professional relationships nowadays, and like the growing like concern over like networking and stuff like that?
Yeah. As a highly introverted person, I freaking hate it. But like, it's not possible to deny that it's critical. It really is. Like the people who get ahead these days, it's literally the people who are best at talking. It doesn't matter if you have like the best credentials or are the best at your job. It's like, how many people have you talked to? How many people did you charm? Like we're both from business school, for anybody who doesn't know. And now I'm in fourth year, you graduated. I see it everywhere. Like you get a job by talking to people and by being energetic and extroverted. And oh God, I hate it. But a slightly encouraging thing I realized is if you start getting into circles of people that you actually like.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, me, I'm in business, but I don't like it. And so I've done like a lot of research work with graduate students.
Yeah.
in like management sciences and stuff that I actually care about. And those experiences I just did out of interest, not with any sort of agenda, but because I actually liked it and because I actually formed really genuine like friendships and mentorships with those people, they've actually become a really, really crazy network. And I was thinking about it because I hate, like, the word networking makes you cringe. I hate it. And I realized that there's ways to do it genuinely, which is cool. It's just kind of hard, especially if you're on the shyer side.
Yeah.
But
fair.
yeah, it's important, no doubt.
Yeah, fair. So, is your advice to just like find something you're genuinely interested in, and you don't have to like put yourself in the shoes where you have to like think like, oh, I need to go to this event, blah blah blah, but actually just find something you really like, and then you'll meet people that way.
Honestly, it's a little blend of both. Like, try to pursue relationships with people you genuinely have an interest in, like in their work or in their scholarship or whatever else. But I do think that if at all possible, it is pretty important to force yourself out there.
Yeah.
I did it. I hate it, but I did it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's just also like such a skill that needs to be developed if you're going to stay in like the business field.
Sure.
Just being able to talk. So the more uncomfortable you are with it, I think the more that shows that you need to like force yourself out there.
Okay. Sure.
I feel like you relate. You did the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've found anything I'm really interested in where I can find people, where I've found people that I'm like genuinely interested in talking to that way professionally. But like I feel like every event I've been to.
But the forcing yourself thing.
Yeah, like every event I've been is like completely forced. Like
Exactly,
usually
yeah.
like halfway, like it's fine because like you find some people you talk to, whatever, blah blah blah, have a conversation, time flies by. But like going there, like it's always forcing. Like dude, I loathe it. Anyways.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think that's some good advice. So let's jump back to friendships. So, what do you think are the different types of friends? I guess. Because I feel like there's different, like you have like different friends. Like there's like different types of friends. I don't know. You have like really close friends. You have like friends you talk to like every 2 years. You know.
Yeah. For me, I'm very much like the. I think there's two main groups of people. There's the ones who cast like a really wide social net.
Yeah.
And maybe like shallower connections, but just like a ton of them. My little brother's like that. He talks to like, I swear, 20 people per day.
Dude, I talked to 20 people last year, bro.
Yeah, so he's definitely the social butterfly type, and then I'm on like the far other end of the spectrum where I do like very few, very close.
Yeah.
So I actually don't have very many types of friends. My type of friend is usually just like a close friend.
Oh, really?
And then there's like people you just vibe with who you're not that close with, but just kind of immediately comfortable with. Like, for example, for me, Heidi. You know Heidi from high school.
Yes.
Okay, barely see her.
Explain to the audience. Okay, actually, I don't.
Heidi is?
Never mind. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, never mind.
Short recap. She's from our high school. She's adorable. I love it.
Okay.
But I barely see her. We don't talk like throughout the year consistently or anything like that. We just do like check-ins maybe annually.
Yeah.
But I just, like I love her. So I guess there's that. But apart from that, it's usually for me small circle.
True. Fair. Yeah. So in terms of romantic interests, what are the biggest red flags? What's the opposite of red flags?
Green flags?
Green flags? Okay, let's go with
red
flags
term,
first.
But...
Blue flags?
Blue? No.
I've never heard of that. Anyways, okay, yeah, red flags and the opposite of red flags.
Again, I'm weird. I feel like my answers won't be like that common.
Yeah.
But for red flags, like severe insecurity. So that's like irrational possessiveness, getting jealous at every tiny thing. If you don't respond for like an hour, like, do you hate me? That kind of thing.
Are you referring to anyone? Go
Shut
ahead.
up.
Yeah, what if he's watching this?
Shut up. Yeah, but that's a personal thing. I think that some people, especially the people who are like that, need somebody who's the same way, because
Are you
like,
sure?
I think so. I think
But-
people who need high attention need other people who are also high attention. It's the only way that it clicks.
But then if they both need high attention, but
Then they just both give each other high attention. Those are the couples that
Really?
are just like,
Really?
yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Like, think about it. If somebody needs high attention and then you have someone like me, it's just like,
Hey, that didn't work.
to myself, shut up. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't work out. So I think that you need to be on like a similar level of needy for it to work out. Not saying that there's like a good or bad level of needy. Really, it just has to match. So like really independent people need to be with really independent people. Like on the flip side, I was gonna say something that I like is when they're busy with other stuff. It sounds so weird, but I don't like to be the number one priority.
I get you.
Yeah, like I like it when you're busy with other things, and then like we can do our own thing on the side.
Yeah.
I guess that's just one. Did you ask for multiple?
Yeah. Anything you think of?
I like family orientation because I am.
Yeah.
And I also think it shows you like how you treat the people who are in your life long term.
Yeah.
I think pretty indicative of how they would be in the future.
But what if they didn't have like, you know, a proper upbringing such as yourself?
I know. Actually, my dad was that way. So I don't hold like a stable family upbringing as a factor. Nobody can control that, but you can control how you treat like the people in your life long term. So even if that's like your closest friends, for example, or you know, a family member who you don't have a broken relationship with, or even a family member you have a broken relationship with, there's ways to like keep some level of respect. So that's another thing. And I like work ethic. Like,
do you think that's a
drive,
prox?
I guess.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, fair.
Why, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, it just seems like all the things that you listed is just like proxies for like, I don't know, like a proper tailored man, you know?
Like a resume.
not like a resume, but like, you know, like a stand-up guy, you know, that's what.
A stand-up guy.
A stand-up guy.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I also like, this makes me sound super stiff. I like people who are like crackheads a little bit, like goofy, because I am.
Haha, dude, that's such a I'm not like the other girl moment. Shut up.
I know, like one of those quirky. Ew, I cringed when I said it, but it's a thing.
Yeah, I'm not like the other girls. You know what?
Shut the
I read books. I can be a little nerdy sometimes.
Funny.
No, I'm just saying, dude. The way you said it, dude, it's just like I'm not like the other girls, okay? Like.
Shut up. I'm just saying, I'm not looking for like Mr. Clean, a 7-figure job, and stellar work ethic. I like people.
You guys hear that? You guys have a chance. I'm kidding.
Okay, I'll flip it. I'll flip it to you. What's yours?
Mine?
Red flags and the reverse.
There's like obvious ones. Like, I think being too unhealthy is bad.
Like physically?
Sure. Like, you know, there's like, I would say like there's like 5 or 6.
Not enough vegetables?
Huh?
Not enough vegetables?
No, yeah, I like if you live too unhealthily, I think that's a big turn off.
Oh yeah, you're at the gym every morning or like running.
No, okay. But no,
I forgot.
Not like that. I just mean like.
We get it. You're a gym rat.
No, I'm telling you, dude. This is just human evolution.
I get it.
Just human evolution. I'm not jacked. I'm not jacked. I'm just saying this, dude. I'm telling you, like, through our evolution, like males and females have like specific things that are just hardwired into what they want. You know what I mean? Like biologically, and
Okay.
I think I'm. I think it's a pretty good guess to think that most males want like a healthy child bearer for their children. You know what I mean? I'm
Is
telling
your
you.
next requirement girthy hips?
No, dude. I'm telling you. That's why those things are traditionally attractive. I'm being serious. It's true.
What I look for in a
And
woman
that's
is the ability to
hey. I'm
procreate.
telling, dude. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
No, I get it. I'm just roasting you.
And that's also why, like, females like one
I know. It's
guy.
why guys like younger girls too.
I'm not. I'm telling you, fertility has something to do with it. Like, if you do, like,
I know.
there are studies about it. Like, it's true. It's true. Anyways, and also that's also why females marry up, like, socioeconomically, because like, you need somebody to,
I know.
Anyways, um, red flags. Yeah. So, can't be too unhealthy. Like they can't smoke. Like that's one thing, right? Like if they ever like smoke, like like cigarettes. I mean, like that's
Yeah, I'm on the same boat.
yeah, and like like if they drink too much, like they can obviously they can like go out and have fun like whatever. That's completely fine. But like if they're alcoholic, that's a different issue. Yeah.
So any substance abuse problems.
Yeah. And also, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm pretty easygoing. There's not that many things that are, like, just like, oh.
Yeah.
But on the same topic, I'm also very picky, I feel like.
With girls?
Sure. Or even with friends. Like, with all my relationships, I feel like I'm pretty picky. Like,
Think about what?
Like, they have to have, like, the same level of, like, bad humor and good humor as me.
What does that mean? Like dark and funny?
Sure, like I feel like half my jokes are, for the lack of a better
jokes
term.
are fucked.
Yes, but also a lot of them are hilarious, and I need somebody that understands both. All of them are hilarious, right? I agree. All of them are hilarious. Anyways, and dude, like, I feel like they need to understand both, or just like somebody I get along with, And there's not a lot, because I'm not easy to get along with. I'm kidding.
Ew.
I mean, like, non-red flags. I think it's like same stuff as you said. Like the way I view like romantic relationships, at least, is like you're just two people living your life, but you're like partners, and then you like come together and you share in the stuff that you do. Or not like you're not codependent. Like I hate codependence. Yeah, like you're just like like two trains going in a similar direction that sometimes shares resources.
You're such a fucking loser.
How am I a loser, dude? Isn't that the perfect analogy?
I agree though. My mom was saying this to me like when I was a teenager in like high school. She was talking about relationships. She was like, and she put it well. She put it the way that like I've understood it since then. Two people, no, this is like in her words, should come together when they're whole, like by themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where you see toxicity come in, a lot of the times is when you think that another person completes you, and that's why you like can't fucking live if they leave you or stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's when it gets really messed up.
Yeah. I agree.
Or you can use a train analogy if you're a dork.
Hey, I think it was a perfect analogy. Anyways. Yeah, I think your mom's perfectly right. Yeah, I think
Usually is.
Yeah. Has led her to much success. Except for in the daughter perspective.
Shut up! I knew you were gonna say that. Shut the hell up.
She kind of failed in that department.
Oh, you're so funny.
I agree. Yeah. I don't know. What are some other? Do you believe in types? Do you think people have a type?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or less so type and more like compatibility. Which is kind of a type. And I'm realizing this like through life because I think there's certain things that the levels have to match. For example, space, the amount of personal space. The amount of personal space that you need.
You keep coming back to this, dude. Is there something you wanted to tell everyone? I'm kidding. Okay.
Something I realized in myself. Oh God. No, but it's so true. Like levels of attention, personal space. Like there's certain things that people need to be happy.
Yeah.
And if another person can't provide that, or worse yet, providing that depletes their resources too much, it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in that sense, yeah, I think there's types.
How
not
about
so much like?
Sorry, you go.
Not like a cast of the perfect person. Like I think that doesn't exist because a lot of times you can think you have like a perfect person in mind you could construct, but you end up falling for someone totally different. I just think there's certain traits that need to sort of match up.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so I think like the traditional like casting like these are the categories I need. Like those things are pretty like just like fantasies, but there are like compatibility stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
I made a list when I was a kid. I'm revealing my my psychoness right now, but
Yo, I'm so down. We can definitely go down that rabbit hole.
I made this like long ass essay of all the traits that I want. Yeah. And then I showed it to my mom and she read it and it took a long time because it's a genuine essay. There's like paragraphs of stuff. And she finished reading it and she looked at me and I'm like 14 and she's like, honey, pick 3 out of my list of like 700.
You told me this.
Yeah, I might have. It's so funny.
Dude, how can you be so picky when you have nothing to offer? I'm kidding. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, so.
But that was really funny. So I think those are the 3. Like whatever the 3 you pick, those are like your non-negotiable. These have to match up, and then the rest is just like, you know, love is love.
Honestly, I'm pretty shallow, dude. As long as they're good looking, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, hey, whatever, dude. I can deal with the rest.
I'm laughing because I know how absolutely untrue that is.
Dude, it's completely true.
You with a bimbo would not work out. You would last maybe 3 days.
I'm telling you, I'm pretty shallow. I do not care.
Okay.
Hey, don't you remember all those times I was at the club? I'm kidding.
You're so stupid.
So remember that question you asked me before?
Which one?
That was, what's the most embarrassing thing you've done in a relationship?
Yeah.
Right back at you.
In a relationship or in pursuit of a relationship?
I'll ask both.
Wow. Okay. In pursuit of a relationship, the setting, grade 5. Okay. I have a crush on a guy.
Yeah.
And my friend also has a crush on that guy. Actually, I didn't do this, but I think it still counts because it was embarrassing. So I had a crush on a guy. We're going to call him K. So I have a crush on K, and my friend has a crush on K. And friend number 2, like an external friend outside of this love triangle, decides to take matters in her own hand, and she writes a freaking note with both our names and check boxes next to our names.
That's
And she
hilarious.
approaches K and she's like, bruh, pick. And he picked the other one.
Hey, good for him.
But ever since that day, I can tell you, I have never gone for a man in my life. You come to me
Wow.
so that I don't have to go through that again. Oh my god, it was so formative.
That is so formative.
I didn't do it, but it was highly embarrassing of a time because I wasn't gonna say shit. I didn't need my feelings to be out there if they were not going to be reciprocated. Like I would have stayed mute while them two started out. But now,
yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's like you didn't even like confess to him.
Didn't ask for it.
You didn't even ask for it. Like, yeah. So like,
just thrown under a steam truck for no reason.
Yeah. So young you must have learned like if I ever do even like try to put my feelings out, like I'll just get
Trauma
burned.
is deep.
I'll just get burned even harder.
Yeah. I shoot my shot with one look, and then I'm done. You will not hear from me for the rest of my life.
And that's why you're the cold eyes woman you are now today. I get it. I understand.
That came from my grade 5 trauma.
Dude, it comes full circle. Dude, I get it now. I get it now. Alright, what about in a relationship?
I have to think about that. I don't actually think to be honest, I don't think I do that much because I don't know. I don't want to say stuff too publicly because, like, what if somebody does listen to this whom I don't want listening to this?
Sure.
But.
Hey, you can take a sip.
Yes. Next question.
Alright. You might have to take a sip for this one, too. Okay. So, how many relationships have you had? 3?
3. Okay.
Rank them 1, 2, 3.
Okay, but I don't have to give the names, right?
Yeah, you have to say the names.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, in that order.
Really?
Yeah.
True. Okay. Fair.
That's fine, because nobody listening knows what they are anyway.
I know.
Yeah, you're the only one who knows, so I don't care.
Okay. Anyways, okay. Dude, we've gone through the questions too fast. I ran out. Do you have any questions for me?
I'm trying to think of embarrassing things to pull out of you.
I have no embarrassing things.
Not embarrassing.
Twitch chat, give us some questions.
Who's phone chat?
Twitch chat.
Oh, so are you even watching?
Yeah, we have 7 viewers.
Is it all your friends? Do you know who they are?
Dude, we have some, I think we have a random, I don't know. Yeah, I know most of them. I don't know some
Do I know
of
them?
You know Heather?
Heather! Aww.
Yeah. She says,
How
don't
loyal.
worry, Juni does not have that many friends who listen.
Thanks for the comfort.
She says, heart emoji, hello.
Oh, she's actually listening. Hi, Heather. That's the only person listening who matters.
All right.
It could be empty with just Heather, and I'd be pleased.
That's kind of gay. So our viewer asked, what's the most efficient way to pick up a girl?
Efficient. Go to a club.
Yeah, it depends on what your intentions are. If you're just trying
You
to
said pick up.
Yeah, if you're trying to pick up, yeah, hit up a club. But dude, where do you go from there? Because I don't have any experience.
Okay, this is tricky
Uh-huh.
because honestly, I feel bad for guys at clubs. The job is much harder. So you can go to a club with the guy, and you can buy a girl a drink. She might leave though, and that's the worst because you just spent $1 on this person.
Alright, so the first thing is to get a job. Okay, I get it. Okay.
Yeah, it's like it might be a numbers game, to be honest. Like if this guy's a pickup, so if your goal is just like literally pick up, then it might just be a matter of hitting on as many people as possible. Or like DMs, that's a low cost way to do it. Probably a lower success rate, but you can increase your numbers. What?
Does it work though? Like I imagine it has like a 0.00001% success rate.
Okay, so what about that 0001 girl?
Jessie, do the math. How many girls you have?
100,000.
Yeah, you have to hit up 100,000 girls.
All right, this guy said most efficient.
Yeah, most efficient.
Damn, that's a good one. Honestly, I think club. Where else do you pick up girls? Actually, this takes a little bit more balls, but if you were in like a cafe or something and you approach someone like respectfully and nicely, maybe there's a higher success rate then.
Sure.
Or at the very least, I think they'd be more respectful in like the way that they say no.
Sure.
if they're not into it. Because that feels genuine. That feels like this person actually wants to get to know you and not just like hook up in the back of an alley type of situation.
True.
So there's that.
Yeah.
You should have friends do recon.
Recon?
And if you have I got it. If you have a female friend.
Okay. Write this down, guys.
Bring a female friend wherever you go. Like a party or the club or whatever.
Yeah.
This works because then you have a girl advocating for you, and girls trust girls more than another guy who's like, yo, my bro over there thinks you're cute. Like, okay, I don't care. But if there's a girl rooting for you, and that girl is really friendly to the girl that you're trying to hit up, then there's that connection between them two, and then that connection carries over to you. So now they trust you a little bit more.
So you have like a
female
woman.
stamp of approval. A wing woman. You do need a wing woman.
You need a wing woman.
It's worked on me before.
All right, guys, you heard it here first. All right.
There's probably 7 girls on the street.
All right, so okay, so for all the loner girls in the audience, so how would you recommend them to meet potential bachelors?
Like as a hookup or like as a relationship?
I assume they're all wholesome soul relationships. If they already don't have anything in their current, I don't know, vicinity.
I think two things that I see are most common with like my friends at least. I think that the easiest one, like this always happens inevitably, is just getting yourself into a group where you meet regularly. So whether that's like a club, a friend group would work, even like freaking school projects, and like if you're a university student, there's endless opportunities. Or even if you're not like an intramural sports team volunteer, like anything where you meet regularly, you're gonna see people again and again, right?
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's the way to go.
Yeah.
And then the other one, depending on how adventurous you are, everyone's on dating apps these days. Actually works. I know a lot of couples who are like go and study and they met on Hinge, they just don't tell anybody. There's that as well.
Yeah. I think the first thing you said is definitely what I recommend. You guys need unplanned encounters.
That way you can also scope out the crazy before you get into anything.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I like doing things that you like, right? Not only are they interested in something you like if you sign up for a yoga class or something, but also like you have like a series of like unplanned encounters, you know what I mean? And like it doesn't put any pressure into it.
And if you're like me and you're traumatized from a grade 5 rejection, it also gives you time to like gauge whether or not they're interested before you shoot your shot, so you don't have to deal with any of that awkwardness. You know what I mean? Like every week, if you guys are exchanging looks, you're like, okay, something's gonna happen. But if there's no interest whatsoever, you didn't do anything, and you don't have to go home crying.
Yeah.
So that's another plus.
True. Do pickup lines work?
No. I was running through them in my mind, like, has anything been successful? And I don't think so. But maybe they do for some people.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like nobody actually says them nowadays anyways. Unless they're like catcalling, which is like,
That's what it is. Usually it's
yeah,
like people with sleazy intentions, and I think that's why it doesn't work. If it's like
yeah,
a nice dorky guy you met and then you try something, maybe it's like adorably cute, like, aw, you're a dork.
yeah.
But if it's like at the club in the dark and then they just say something they got off Google search, bless you,
Thank you.
probably not gonna work out.
Yeah, it's true.
Wing woman, that's the way to go.
Sorry?
Wing woman.
Wing woman. Alright.
Mhm.
You heard it here first.
I'm good at that.
You're what?
I'm good at that.
You're good at
Wing
that.
womaning.
Alright.
Yeah.
How do you wing woman?
So the girl approaches the girl.
Yeah.
So like, let's say I'm a wing woman.
Yeah, so what,
We're in the
how's your
club.
technique? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much to it. A girl approaches a girl,
Sure.
whatever target girl is, and then just basically hypes up their friend. Like, this is my friend, list like credentials, yell them at the girl, and just be like, yeah, he's super nice. It's my close friend. You have to say close friend, because then it's like, okay, this girl, this wing woman girl trusts that person.
Uh-huh.
And then, yeah, you just connect them.
Okay.
Go on your merry way.
Okay.
It's just the fact that it's another girl. That's the important part. It's not really what you say. You just gas them up a little and then just make them meet.
Dude, the funniest...
Yeah.
Sorry, keep going.
It's also low risk because the girl can go first. Like the wing woman can go first and say, hey, like, my friend's really awesome. He thinks you're cute. Are you into it? And then if the girl, the other girl says no right away, then like it's kind of like a soft landing. Like you didn't lose anything. You know, you can just try another target.
True. Dude, the funniest shit ever is how much girls gas each other up at the club.
Oh yeah.
It's
Drunk girls are my
hilarious.
best friends.
Dude, it's so funny. Like, we get a little drunk, and they're just like, both like wrapping each other's face and going like, "You are so pretty. You are gorgeous, woman."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have like plenty of people in my Instagram. I have no idea who they are. I met them in the bathroom. Just drunk girls who I love. They're my best friends now.
Yeah.
Girls support girls. It's a thing. I love it.
You guys are creative too. Like the amount of ways you're able to compliment each other, it's endless.
Yeah.
What's the most creative thing you've ever said?
I've ever said?
Yeah,
That's
to
hard.
another
I'm
girl.
not that creative actually.
Really? Just say the regular stuff like, "Wow, you're so pretty."
Yeah, people have said creative stuff to me, but it's highly inappropriate, so I don't want to say it on air.
What's the funniest thing that is appropriate on air?
That was the funniest thing though.
Huh?
But I don't want to say it here.
Okay, fine. Jeff, take a sip. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. You got any questions for me?
I want some time to look up most embarrassing questions. Give me a second.
Sure. Yeah, we can take our time. I can just edit the stuff out later.
Perfect. 50 revealing questions that will make your friends
regret
picking Trinity.
No.
These are all gross stuff. Okay, what's the biggest romantic fail you've ever experienced?
Romantic fail?
Fail.
Romantic fail. Okay, so one time I went to McDonald's with this one girl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Okay, anyways. And then...
Oh, this is a good one.
And then she playfully confessed to me. And then, because she did it like as like a joking way, like I was like, 9 million years, buddy.
You said that to her?
Like something along those lines.
And she was serious?
Yeah.
Bro, what's wrong with you?
Dude, I couldn't tell. I was kind of dumb. But yeah.
What happened after?
That's a long story.
Get into it.
Nothing happened really. It's just like
That's not a long story.
okay. It's a long story. Nothing really to it. Anyways. So yeah, I just always thought of her as a friend, and then I guess she was never like trying to go down that path. So we remained friends, and then like somewhere down the line she got a boyfriend, and then she stopped talking to me. And I was like, okay. Sure.
Okay, boo though. That's a romantic fail where they did something in person.
Hey, it's kind of cringe from my side too.
It's just like, oh, you're dumb. It's not that cringe.
Okay, fine. I guess this seems more like embarrassing from my end. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm still scrolling through a list of embarrassing questions.
Sure.
Distracted.
Twitch chat, you guys don't have any burning questions?
All 7 of your AY friends?
Hey, yeah, I know. None of you guys are very good, so like, this is your chance. Because Jessie Pohl is like.
Shut up.
No, not me. You're asking Heather. You're asking Jessie. You're not asking me.
No, ask. People can ask you questions.
Dude, they already
what
know.
What Heather ask? Nah, go.
No, Heather says, "Nah, fam, you're open book." See?
Yeah, you kind of are, especially if the people watching are already your friends.
Yeah.
I mean, we already went for an hour. I don't want to bore your Twitch fans.
I mean, you cut out for like 10 minutes. We can keep going. And I have to edit it down anyways.
Okay.
Yeah. We're just producing content. I'll edit it later.
Have you ever thought that somebody you were dating was going to be long term?
I mean, I go into all of them thinking that.
Ooh, so all of them?
Sure, at the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's because all the relationships I've had, like, okay, let's be honest, guys. I haven't had that many relationships, first of all. But
what's your number? What's your official number? Like what you consider?
I'd say official number is like 1. I'll only consider 1 like actual. Like all the other ones are like.
Okay, I see.
Heather is not 2.
It's the one.
Heather is not 2. It's basically 1.
Heather, I agree. It's 2. It's 2.
No, like.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying. Like, I feel like it takes a lot for it to. I feel like it takes a lot for it to check all the boxes, you know, for it to go to a relationship. Because, like I said, like if I go into it, like I think, like I have to think it's long term. Like if I don't think it's long term, like maybe I'll just like playfully flirt for like a while, you know, like that's it. But you know what I mean?
I have a good one. Embarrassing one.
Have
you ever been in love? Don't drink. Ah, you little hoe. Yeah.
Okay, what does in love mean?
Freaking pansy.
Okay, fine. I didn't drink yet. What does in love mean?
know. You tell me. You're obviously avoiding it because the answer's
Have you ever been in love? Yeah.
Next.
Don't talk so fast, buddy.
Next.
Yes. What do you think love means?
I think, okay, so I actually have a very clear answer.
Yeah.
So the way that I think of it, actually, oh my God, we should have started with this. I have very strong stance on this that I think is unpopular.
Okay.
So like what I've noticed through like both being in and witnessing relationships is a lot of times people for some reason think that in a romantic relationship, like this sounds so gross and cheesy, but like the essence of loving somebody changes. So there's a lot of like, fuck, I can't live without you, or like, I am nothing without you, all that kind of thing. And so what I noticed, like, this is getting a little personal, but sometimes there'd be people who are like I'm only happy with you, or like, if you, like, what's it? Like, you can't be with another person, or like, oh, I love you so much, we have to be together. And the thing is, that's not at all loving somebody, because if you loved somebody, you would want what's best for them, period, whether or not it's with you or not.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Or whether it's with you. But people just lose sight of that when it comes to romance. So my bar for that level of commitment is the same bar that I have for the people I love most in my life. So that means my family and my closest friends. So like in those instances, you will put their well-being ahead of anything else, including your own.
Yeah.
Like no matter how much it hurts you, like you want them to thrive, right? That's my bar. And nobody, or at least in my life, nobody has been that, because it's always such like, and I think to people's credit, I don't think a lot of people think the same way as I do. So I'm not blaming them per se or anything.
Dude, honestly, I think like almost the same way.
Yeah, but then they'll say shit like, I'm not happy without you, or like, I mean, just all this stuff, and that's inherently selfish. Like, if somebody tells you that they are happier, I don't want to throw too much shade, because I don't want anybody I don't want to see this, but you get the gist of what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. That being said, I think it's fine if you're like just saying it to be like romantic. You know what I mean? Really?
I'm not a romantic person.
Okay.
Like, I can't live without you. That shit, bruh. Pick yourself up.
Okay. Hey, I think that's you being too insecure about it. I think it's completely fine if you're.
Like, it's insecure to be that way, is my take on it.
Okay, if you're doing your wedding vows and you say, like, you're the love of my life,
that's what I mean.
Without you, like that's fine.
That level.
That's fine.
I can understand.
Okay, yeah.
But not here.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Like in a relationship a couple months in, when you're 19. Yeah. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, I agree.
But to be fair, yeah, I think that I do have like much more of an arm's length approach.
True, fair.
Than normal people. So everything I say with like a pound of salt.
Yeah, I agree. I know.
Why? How do you see it?
No, I think it's exactly what you said. I think love is just like when you put their well-being as a priority, and once it goes high enough, it clears a bar. Like it's considered love, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I think definitely. Like it's like that famous quote, right? Like if you love them, let them go.
Yeah.
Which like personifies like basically as in like keeping them for yourself is just selfish. It's not actually love. And stuff like that. But at the same time, maybe I'm just kind of cringy, more of a romantic than you, but like I think
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
I think it's okay. I think you should understand that at the end of the day, that's how it works. But I think it's completely fine if you want to carry that burden. If you need to carry that burden.
Like be all lovey-dovey and clingy
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Everybody's free to do whatever the hell they want. This is just me.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. Yeah. I think yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think it's completely fine to do that stuff as long as you understand at the end of the day, even even if he or she breaks up with you, like you'll wake up tomorrow morning, you'll be fine. Like tomorrow's a new day. Like it's not a big deal. And there's 3.5 billion other people.
Wait,
And,
one more.
yeah, what's up?
Sorry, finish your thought.
Yes, yeah. There's other fish in the sea. Anyways, yeah, what were you saying?
What is the worst date you've ever been on? I just saw that in my list and it's too funny.
The worst date?
Yeah.
I've, they've all been fine.
Boo.
Okay, what's the worst date that you ever been on? Because I don't go
I have
on
a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got a great one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So my first co-op, my coworker is Argentinian.
Yeah.
No, she's Colombian. And she is wild. I love her. And she wants me to live a little because she thinks I'm too stiff. I get it. So she makes me a Hinge account while I'm still working there. Like during work, during lunchtime, she takes my phone and she makes me a Hinge account. And she starts swiping. Okay.
Yeah.
And then she gets a match with this guy. And like, I like height. So Hinge has like this feature where there's like height. So this guy's 6 feet, which is like cool.
Okay.
And then she convinces me to
6
go
feet,
on a date with him after work.
Uh-huh.
No, I guess what oh god. She convinces me to go on a date with him after work. So I go, and you're right. No, he's not 6 feet. But it's not like a little bit. It's like, bro, you lied. Like this is false advertising at its highest level. Oh my god. So right away, I wanted to leave. No, let me clarify. I'm not a bitch who won't take anybody who's like less than 6 feet, but it's the lie. Like it's the fact that you put it out there and then you're not. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like say you're 5'9". Put it there. And then I'm expecting that. So I was just like turned off right away from like the deception of it all. Like maybe it's not a big deal, but like why on the first time that I'm meeting you have you already lied to me?
Was he taller than you still
there's
though?
That.
Was he taller or shorter than you?
Of course he's taller than me. I'm 5'3", but just like that's not a high bar to hold him to.
Okay,
it was
fine.
the lie that pissed me off.
Okay, yeah.
So we go to a
This would
bar.
be even funnier if he was shorter than you.
Oh god, how can you be? Oh no, I should shut up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm already pissed, kind of, but I'm like, okay, I'll give you a shot. I don't want to be this shallow. And we're talking, and like, I told you that Korean word nunchi, it's like sense. This guy nunchi 없어, like he has no sense, and so I am tired. It's like a Thursday night. I have work the next morning, and I commute to downtown. It takes me like an hour.
Yeah.
So I have an early morning every day, and it's like getting late, and I am not enjoying myself at all, like zero. And so I'm like very politely trying to end this shit. But like my problem is when I'm faced with another person, I'm kind of too nice. Like I don't want to hurt your feelings. I don't want to be like, okay, I'm leaving now. So I'm just like, my method is to hint. So I'm like, getting kind of late. I've got a long commute home. And this just does not get it. So it goes on for 4 hours. 4 hours of this that I'm not enjoying at all. And then at the end of it, he's like, wow, I've never had such a great conversation with such an exotic person. Exotic. And for reference, he's Caucasian, so maybe I'm like ethnic as fuck to him. I don't know.
Hey.
And then he's like, I can't wait for date number 2. There will be a date number 2, right? I'm like, I feel so mean because I was like, but there was not. And then after that, I told him I was in Waterloo.
Well,
but I wasn't.
That's one exotic date.
So bad. It was so bad. And then after 4 hours of talking, he thinks like we have a connection. So like I'm saying bye and he like leans in. I'm like, oh my God, sir, no, that is not where this is going. I Ubered home. And that was that. I've never seen him again because I can't.
Dude, what if he's watching this podcast?
Yeah. Anyway, that's mine. Fuck. Well, technically, he wouldn't know that it's about him. Maybe. I don't know. Highly unlikely.
Yeah, highly unlikely. I have 6 viewers. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's mine. I have to go watch a movie with my brothers now.
Okay.
They're calling me. They want to watch Kung Fu Panda 3.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Have fun. Don't you have work tomorrow morning?
Yeah. This was supposed to end at 11, but we had technical issues.
Hey, maybe that Caucasian guy knew it. He was like, she does not give a shit.
Yikes.
I'm kidding. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Sorry? Yeah, this was fun. All right. Thank you guys for listening. We'll end it here now. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.